If you want to melt off body fat this summer, this is exactly what you should do.
Hey people, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. So losing weight isn't about finding the quickest trick or starving yourself. It's about creating a sustainable lifestyle that allows your body to naturally shed excessive weight. So I've put some videos together, kindly watch them and I'll be back to share my own thoughts. Please go away.
Here's how you're gonna start losing weight. Wake up, chug a shit ton of water. It's summer now, so you're gonna step outside. Take in that sunshine. Go for a walk, even if it's 5 minutes. You're gonna come back inside, make yourself some eggs with avocado, cucumber, tomato, whatever you want. For work or school, you're gonna pack yourself a lunch. Make yourself something the night before or that morning if you have time. Make a quick sandwich or wrap with turkey, ham, cheese, whatever, and some vegetables on the side or in the wrap. If you're hungry at work or at school, get a protein shake. Make one at home and bring it with you. Making food at home literally takes like 2 to 5 minutes. It doesn't take that long, just be prepared. If you need recipes, I have a lot links in my bio that are quick, easy, and healthy for college students. Okay, you're gonna go about your day. If you're feeling hungry, drink some water, some sparkling water. Make sure to include volume in your meals, especially dinner. Have a fat salad, load up on that protein.
So I lost 60 pounds last year eating whatever I want, and you can too. Now, when I say that I was eating whatever I wanted, that doesn't mean that I was eating as much of it as I wanted. So just keep that in mind. If you want to lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit. But in addition to being in a caloric deficit, I had 3, I guess you could say, rules to help me achieve my original goal of 40 pounds weight loss. But because of the lifestyle, I ended up losing a total of 60. My first rule was to switch to low to no sugar and low to no fat on absolutely everything. If you're getting a vanilla latte, get sugar-free vanilla syrup. If you are buying orange juice, get the light orange juice. If you're buying cream cheese, get low-fat to no-fat cream cheese. While healthy fats and sugars are important to a balanced diet, if you're already overweight, you're probably already over-indexing on fat and sugar. And so if you can reduce it as much as possible, go ahead and do that. My second rule, and this rule only really applies if you're a drinker, but I stopped drinking at home. I was really good for a wine Wednesday, for a tequila cocktail on Taco Tuesday at home, whether I was living alone or living with my ex-partner, but you have to cut that out if you want to get into a caloric deficit. Drinking during the week and then also drinking on the weekend really adds up. Not only that, but it also made me super sluggish, and so my workouts weren't super effective. So my rule then and my rule now is that if I want to have alcohol, if I want to have wine or a cocktail, I have to enjoy it out in the presence of good company, with my friends, with my family. No more drinking alone at home or drinking alone at home with a partner. Yes, it's more expensive, but because it's more expensive, you will consume less and your life will be better for it, I promise. And my third rule, or I guess you could call like lifestyle change, was that I completely decentered food in my life. I unfollowed a lot of food content creators. I unfollowed a lot of restaurant pages. And when it came to social interactions, I made it really clear to my friends and family what my goals were. And so we transitioned from doing things that revolved around food to things that involved like activity. So for instance, during this time, I actually picked up tennis and golf, and I would play weekly, multiple times a week with a good friend of mine. I would set gym dates with people. We would go for walks and get a froyo. But to be honest, I still practice all 3 of these lifestyle changes today. They weren't difficult to implement, but they've had a really big impact. So I recommend trying it if you are trying to lose weight. And
let me give you 2 ways to lose weight. One is with the OMAD diet. That's OMAD, 1 meal a day diet. And the other one is calorie deficit diet. With both diets, you're still in a calorie deficit. The OMAD diet is you basically eating once a day. So imagine you eating something in the morning, something in the afternoon, a different thing at night. It means you're going to be consuming so much calories, especially when you're not eating protein. And let's imagine you scrapping all of that and eating just once a day. You can still eat what you want to eat, but it means you're still in a calorie deficit because you're not eating 3 times a day. Then a calorie deficit, like the word says, calorie deficit. Less calories, more protein. If you have a plate of food, your protein should be more than your carbohydrate. Put your questions in the comments.
You want to be skinny. Let me tell you how to do it in a sustainable way. So you're not just getting skinny for a month and then gaining it all back and not knowing where it went wrong. What people think skinny people do is just not eat. That's not true. If you have normal people genetics, that's not going to work for you. Some people have the genetics that they're just built small regardless of what they do to their bodies. But you have this thing in your body called a thyroid. You have this thing called a metabolism. And if you are not eating, you're screwing that up. Your body is always working in your favor. It's trying to protect you. So if you're not feeding it, it thinks you're in a famine. it's not going to hold on to anything you want it to hold on to. It's going to just hold on to a little bit of stomach fat. Your cortisol is now through the roof. Your thyroid is screwed up, and your gut health is probably a wreck. Your insulin resistance is a wreck. Now, whenever you do eat, all of a sudden you gain weight. And you're like, that's not right. I'm eating 1,000 calories. Why am I gaining weight? It's because your metabolism is so slow now that you aren't in a deficit at 1,000 calories. Skinny people who stay skinny have a good metabolism, and you're not either just born with a good metabolism or not. Your metabolism is something that you can continuously work on. I used to gain weight if I ate 1,200 calories, and now I eat 2,000 to maintain. And trust me, I thought I just had the worst genetics in the world. So if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. What's the point of being skinny if you feel like crap throughout the day? I feel great, and I think I look great.
If you want to melt off body fat this summer, this is exactly what you should do. I think that everybody's first experience with weight loss should be slow and steady so people can get used to being a little bit more active and being a little bit more mindful with their food choices. But if you are someone with more experience, this is exactly what I'm doing in my more aggressive cut. I am in a 750 calorie deficit, which means that I am eating 750 fewer calories than I need every day. I'm eating 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of my current body weight. I'm getting between 12 and 15,000 steps every single day. I'm not drinking any of my calories unless it is a protein shake. I have replaced almost all of my liquid calories with either 0 or low calorie alternatives. I've removed all of the junk food from my house so as to not tempt me. I'm lifting in the gym between 4 and 5 times a week, staying in the 6 to 12 rep range, getting within 1 to 2 reps shy of failure, and still trying to progress my lifts week over week as long as possible.
You can lose the weight, you can achieve whatever fitness goal you have, you can have an hourglass figure, you can have abs, you can have a big booty, you can build strong legs, you can have biceps, you can define your triceps, you can get rid of the bat wings, like you can do all of that, but it takes one key thing. Because yes, diet and exercise, we know this, like that is on paper facts, like you got to do that. But in order to do that, you have to have the mentality switch, because if you are not thinking that you can do it, you're not going to do it. You're going to find every excuse not to do it. Excuses are self-sabotage, okay? So when you make it to that day, and everyone is on their own timeline, so don't compare your journey to anybody else's. Like, it's really like when you think you can do it, right? When you really want to do it, because you're going to get fed up. You're going to be like, I'm tired of living the lifestyle I'm living. All it takes is getting 1% better each day. All of your daily habits are going to stack up, and then you're going to be living in an answered prayer of achieving your goal. But I want to back it up with scripture, okay? Proverbs 21:25, it says, the desire of the slothful man killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. Also translated as, the desire of the lazy kills him, because his hands refuse to labor. So if you have these desires and you're not even putting in the steps, you are not going to get there. But as soon as you make the decision to make those steps daily, because it's about consistency, you're not going to be perfect, but when you stack up those daily habits, you'll reach your goals. I want to emphasize, I'm not calling you lazy, because odds are the foods you're eating are why you don't have the energy to work out or do anything, which is why I always suggest knowing what to eat for your goals. If you don't, I have meal plans and workout guides in my bio. But taking care of your body is literally how you're going to be able to excel in every single area of your life. Mwah.